Hello beautiful people on the internet, welcome back to the square of Polytopia. Today we have a nice replay, but before we get into that, I need to say thank you all for the support over the last couple of days. I know there haven't been any uploads, but they will certainly be coming back for a good amount of time. For those of you who celebrate Christmas, I hope you all enjoyed it. I myself had a lovely Christmas. Nice time with my friends and family, as it's supposed to be. So, without further ado, let's get right into this game. We are playing a kickoo on a 256 continents map, and our opponent is the big meaning oumaji. I don't usually play against them because I absolutely hate playing against them. So, yeah, that amounted to quite an interesting game. So, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this game. So, let's get right into it. So, our spawn is quite lucky. We spawn with the lighthouse in our border, in our vision, I mean, and that means that we can do the best opening that exists in the game, which is upgrade turn 0 as well as train another warrior. Now, my skills have been improving gradually, and I don't want to spoil anything, but this guy has a high rating, and I know they are not playing the best tribe in the game at the moment, but I'm still quite proud of this game, so hit the like button. Thanks. Oop. So takes us some time to find the other villages, but luckily they are in our vision at this point. Our opponent is weirdly doing something economy based. Never seen that before. It's oumaji, it's weird. Don't play oumaji. Don't play oumaji. Yep. They are going so slow. If I was the one playing oumaji in this case, which I never do, I would have definitely trained another rider early on and expanded with two of them, because then one of them, you can make use of the slingshot maneuver, which I explained last time, I believe, which is you can put a rider over here. You can put it over here, for instance, if you have another one here, to reveal the fog, and then you can keep clearing out the fog while they also call it leapfrog, because of reasons. Anyhow, back to the game. Resources. Yeah, this is an explorer city, and it's not a great one. Goes onto the water because we have the technology for it, which I didn't know that could happen. But oh wait, does it? I'm curious now. Does it move on water tiles? Yes, it does. Okay, so I did not know that, but apparently I thought that movement on water tiles is not a possibility for this explorer because we don't have the technology, but apparently it is. So the more you know. New stuff. Theory and stuff. And now that we know that there is a whole bunch of starfish over here, and we know that our opponent is oumaji, I mean, we could have already deduced that from the points. But now that we actually know that, we can start making use of our knowledge. Oumaji is slow to get on the water, but very, very expansionist on the early game, on the land. So we need to make use of that. We need to snag up as many things as we can as early as possible, and then start pressuring them from the sea to the land, and not the other way around, because we can't win that if they are a good player. So that's the plan. Let's see if we actually do that correctly. They pick an explorer. Don't know why you would do that in that city in particular. Maybe they thought that we were over there. I mean, they do reveal us with that explorer. So it was not a waste. Not a waste at all. We get some population, hunting, resources, yep. More resources. Let's upgrade that. Get a border growth. Yep, even though our opponent only trained it didn't even train a rider. They are out expanding us on the land easily because of these riders. They are so incredibly good at just exploring and doing stuff. What's interesting is that this game, we have what's essentially one big continent, and there's only one village, I believe, here, which is kind of weird, right? Because it's continents. Looks more like a lakes map, other than the tiles, the water tiles on the edge, which is not possible for lakes maps. So you can always go around the edge on a lakes map. See, I teach you stuff. I know stuff, you know. Yeah, let's hit that. Siege that city, we want that. As you can hear, my voice is still not completely back. It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes it isn't, but it's fine. We are so lucky that there is a forest on this tile, because otherwise they would have been able to unsiege, I believe, with this rider and this rider. Maybe there was another one over here somewhere. No. But that would have been interesting, because they would have been able to pressure us a lot more. So, interesting. Oh yeah. This is where the big bucks start rolling in. Now would you look at this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starfish. There's no way that they are going to be able to snag those. And we are going to make full use of that. There's no way for them to do that. And we are just going to profit. Profit all the way. Jingle all the way. Profit all the way. Something like that. Get an explorer. That reveals their capital. Reveals that little lighthouse over there. They don't have vision over there yet. We reveal yet another starfish, which is so spicy. So spicy. Zupa units. Workshop. we're going towards the 30 stars per turn, and our opponent is still stuck on 9 stars per turn, which is horrendous. Horrendous economy. But that's to be expected when playing oumaji, right? You're relying on essentially quick expansion, and these forest tiles over here are blocking that so incredibly effectively. It's just mean, to be honest. Well, at least they have the technology to upgrade their cities. And they're starting to do so. At last. 15 stars per turn. That is not great. Yup. You think, probably, why are you going onto the starfish if you don't have navigation? And to that I say, my friend, you don't need navigation on the turn that you move onto the starfish. It's the turn that you waited that you need the navigation tech. So you can wait to get the technology before you can harvest them. So that might save you a couple of scratches on the head, if you know what I mean. We're doing quite well on the economy front. We haven't been forced to attack them too much, so oh, we got population. You know what? What I've always wondered is, where do these people live? Where do these populations come from? Do they live in the sea? How can you get population from an ocean tile? How does that work? I don't understand. Riddle me that. Beethoven. Navigation. Stars. We start making moves. Get a city wall, because we don't want to fight them on the land, we want to fight them on the water, because they absolutely suck at that this early in the game. So you gotta make use of the things that you have, right? If you have some advantage, you need to make full use of it. Full use of it. It's so important. They see that, we see that. The resources. Yeah, they're cooking up their economy, as they should have been. Resources. 21 stars per turn. For oumaji, that's acceptable. You know, kickoo could do better on the economy front, you know? Yep, they are just smacking us on the land. And they go for construction, which is interesting. Because they are really getting desperate to upgrade their cities to improve their economy, while we are just rolling in the dough. And yeah, you can really see what's happening here. We are just stacking up an army, which they can't see, and yeah, we're just going to slowly accumulate an advantage, because we have no clue what's going on here. And to be honest, I may have been able to wipe out some of this stuff more early on, because they needed to focus on their economy. But yeah, we have an advantage here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities to their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities. You know, that's 2 cities difference, and that's huge. because we are able to spam units onto the water more than they are able to even put them on the land, which gives us an incredible advantage from this point. And with this wall here and all these forests, there's almost no way for them to go onto this part of the land without being absolutely obliterated by whatever is going to go on over here. So they really should have been starting to make some water stuff, because this is not working, Chief. Yeah, we can do two things at once, which our opponent can't, which is upgrade our economy and upgrade our army at the same time. And we are going into a defensive position, even though we are probably winning, actually. But I was just going defensively because I had no clue what our opponent was doing. Even though I had probably decent enough vision, see, but I had no clue whether or not I could actually beat this opponent. So I started building up an army, a large army. So, whoop. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. I love how they... Ooh, curious what their vision was like. See, they can see that we have something going on over here, but we aren't doing anything with that. And the reason for that we don't just go and land our stuff over here is these riders can get a whole bunch of value from just bouncing back and forth, as you will see in one of the coming videos. Spoiler, it's a Polaris game, but you'll see that one. I really like that one, so that's a little something that you'll get to see more of. Yep. Yeah, we are slowly going to undercover make an army over here and try to smack them as hard as we can. Just that they don't have the opportunity to fight back. That was my my initial plan. So yeah, as you can see, we have quite the army. And I'm curious, do they... See, they do have sailing, but they haven't started on the waterfront yet. But look at their economy, they are booming now. I mean, we are still in the lead, but... You know, oumaji with an economy and a whole bunch of riders is very scary. And now they can see this bomber over here, which is quite funny. Yeah, I should have known that they have vision on that because of the mountain over here. But this is like a small D-Day or something. I make some misplays with the placement. Should not have placed it guy over here because they can just smack it. That was just bad on my part, honestly. Yep, there they go. They get a super unit. And they're going to kill this bomber, which is a huge waste of my stars. They get a knight, and I don't have vision on that. But probably should have seen that coming. And this is the turn that the D-Day operation starts. I just start blasting their army. Also get some riders for fun. And this is a terrible, terrible mistake. There's this knight over here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And they can wipe this entire part out. Yeah, not the greatest plan. Honestly, there was no plan when it comes to this part. But nonetheless, I made such a huge army that there's no way that they can beat that. So, as you will see, this is all I needed. I think it's funny that when you play against a good player, that when they are facing a huge army, they start to break down because they can't think of everything, which is the weak point. That's why I like playing on larger maps more against good players, because, well, obviously they want to think out everything, but they can't. And that's exactly how to win. Yeah, there they go. Yeah, we start capturing stuff. And we start blocking their movement correctly, so that they can't do the same stunt again. Yeah, they try to fight back, but they can't kill all of these bombers, and they don't have a solution. Oh. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, like I said before, very early on, it was like turn 8, I believe. We need to stall them on the land while building up an army, take over the sea, and then go from there. And I think we executed that plan quite well. Yeah, I really like this game. It really shows how the different qualities of tribes can lead to specific outcomes. And you'll get to see that in another video as well, where I play Polaris. And yeah, that really shows how Polaris can be the one to really surprise your opponent, to say the least. And I think we are starting to get better at executing our plans. So this is a little bit of a personal growth thing I want to do. I also want to maybe start like a side series. I know this is not really a series, but maybe go back, visit some of my previous games, because I have some of them saved. Let's see. This one, for example, is September, which it was one of my first competitive games, as well as like this one. And see, I still had like a very low elo rating at this point. And maybe I want to revisit how some of these games I won, you know, and how that was a thing, and how that compares to what my experiences led me to so far. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this game. I know there's not been a lot of uploads as of lately, but they're coming back. Don't worry about it. I'm not gone. The schedule will be returning soon. But for now, I hope you'll enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.